The 2025 NFL Draft is just over 1 month away, meaning it is time to really buckle in and take a look at some prospects that could be on the board for the Buffalo Bills when they're picking 30th. In this video, we're going to go through 3 options at direct positions in need and why they would be great fits for Brandon Beane. What's up, everybody? It is Jon Helmkamp with A to Z Buffalo. So in this video, we're going to talk through 3 prospects that look like they might be available around the time that the Bills are on the clock at 30th, or they could be someone that the Bills move around a little bit for to make sure that they get. We're going to talk about 3 different positions because there's a lot of different needs on this team right now. So the first thing we're going to start with is pass rush. We are going to go with Mike Green, the edge rusher out of Marshall. So Mike Green is currently dealing with some questions about some past allegations, meaning the Buffalo Bills are going to have to do their homework to make sure that they feel comfortable with the character. But as a football player, Mike Green is an incredible pass rusher off the edge. He led the entire country with 17 sacks this last season at Marshall, and he just posted a ridiculous 3-cone time at his pro day that ranks in the 99th percentile at the position. He is super athletic, super bendy, great production profile, has the athleticism that the Buffalo Bills really covet on the defensive line. And I think that he's a name that the Bills are going to be paying very strong attention to. Next, we're going to talk about Azareye'h Thomas, the cornerback out of Florida State University. Corner is definitely a big need for the Bills at this point. Going into free agency, the Bills needed to address their cornerback 2 position. Christian Benford is locked in as the number 1 guy. He's the top option on the team. But in terms of their number 2 corner, the Bills didn't go out and get anybody in free agency that can immediately step into that role, meaning cornerback is going to be a big priority at some point in this draft. Now, the Buffalo Bills do have 10 picks right now to use, meaning it gives them flexibility to trade around, to move some picks, to maybe move up, things of that nature. But sticking at 30th, Thomas is a long, fluid corner at just under 6'2" with great man coverage skills. And we've seen multiple moves made on the coaching staff over this season that potentially point to the Bills shifting to more of a man coverage defense, which would be a pretty big schematic difference for them. So going out and selecting a fluid cornerback with ball skills that's great in man coverage definitely should be something that is on the Bills' radar. The third option that we're going to talk about in this video is wide receiver out of Ohio State University, Emeka Egbuka. I know going wide receiver in back-to-back years with the first pick that the Bills have would definitely raise some eyebrows, but there is no denying at this point that the Buffalo Bills need wide receivers that can attack down the field. Yes, they did go out and get Joshua Palmer in free agency, and I am excited to see what his fit looks like, but that should not preclude the Bills from selecting another wide receiver at some point this year. Now, it all depends on how the board is going to shake out. Wide receiver isn't the top priority for the team, but if there's a run on defensive tackles, if there's a run on corners, if they don't like the pass rusher options that are available, and an elite wide receiver with great production over 4 years at one of the best schools in the country at producing wide receiver talent is just sitting there available, I think it's definitely something that Brandon Beane should consider. Emeka Egbuka is incredibly polished. He is a veteran wide receiver coming out of college. He has a ton of experience, understands what defenses are doing, and is capable of attacking at all levels of the field, including stretching a defense vertically. I think that he's a very strong option. Personally, hot take time, I think Emeka Egbuka is the top wide receiver in this year's class, while everyone else is fawning over Tet McMillan and his potential upside for the height that he has. Emeka Egbuka is savvy. He's not your prototypical wide receiver 1. He reminds me a little bit more of Amon-Ra St. Brown, but he is a do-everything, gritty wide receiver that's also a great blocker, which we know the Bills love in their wide receivers as well. So let me know what you guys think of these 3 options in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys next time.